Hello, and welcome to the Swole Initiative Network. You are watching Daggerheart. Where fairies is bugs, frogs is everywhere, new boot goofing, Daggerheart. I forgot the second line. So we're going to attempt to play Daggerheart again, but it's a brand new game, and it's been 2 weeks since we last played it, so this should be fun. I guess before we can do that, we got to shout out some of our brand partners, though, and I assume we went in the same order as Fables last time. No, maybe Stacks. You know this one.
Sure, yeah. Swole Only Roll with Norse Foundry's amazing gemstone and metal dice. Also, all our featured music, like the music that's playing right now, comes from the free library available on Apple Music and Spotify by the one and only Norse Foundry. Use the code SWOLE, SWOLE, to save 10% at norsefoundry.com.
Awesome. And I'm going to guess Bets.
I don't know. I think we've done some different things, but I'm going to talk about Griffin Co., and hopefully that's the right one. All of our 3D printed and custom terrain comes from the incredible folks over at Griffin Co. So you can check them out and use the code SWOLE22, that's SWOLE 22, to save 22% off at griffinco.com.
Incredible. And Ashley, take us home.
That's me. Is this you? Have you ever woken up in a cold sweat with a dark hunger and the insatiable urge to just make a weird little guy? Well, Hero Forge can help you out. Our brand partner and official sponsor of Fables of Gallia, Hero Forge, is Hero for you. You guys can use that one if you want. Just call me, let me know. All of our fully custom player minis come from the awesome Hero Forge. Design yours today at heroforge.com.
Excellent. I love when we ad-lib.
That was brilliant.
Everyone
it was
killed
really good.
Solid.
Awesome. So we don't have flex points. We do have a sub goal. It is currently at 50. Once we hit 50 subs and whatever stream that we're doing, we will be giving away a Cthulhu-esque handmade. I'm so far away. Handmade.
Oh yeah, that
Cup.
was so dope.
With tentacles coming out of the outside, and you can use it as a little handle, maybe. Actually, no. That's probably don't do that. But it's also got the Swole Initiative Network die embossed on there. You probably can't see because I'm so far away. Nope. You just have to trust me, I guess. But that's from our friends at Smooth Love Pottery. There you go. It's like that, but blue. There you go. Yes, from our friends at Smooth Love Pottery. So as soon as we hit 50 subs, that's regular subs, prime subs, which you do have to reactivate every month, and gifted subs, if you are feeling so generous, all go towards it. Everything goes back into the shows that we make, paying for songs and artwork and things like the amazing art that we have on display right now from our friend Captain Roscoe. From the community. I don't know if he's here right now. But you should go and check him out on Twitter, Captain Roscoe. Yes, there aren't extra things. But you can, if you are a subscriber, you can hit ! duality to roll 2d12, because this is a 2d12 based game. So you can roll along with the crew and see what you get. There you go. Look at that. 13. Oh, you spelled it right.
That's supposed to mean
nothing.
okay.
Yeah, so if you're not a subscriber, it's totally okay. You're here watching, that's what counts. But you will be earning channel points, which I think we're going to work out something for this show. Yeah, we'll work out something. But other than that, it will go, oh, Unloved Jay, you have to be a subscriber to use Duality. Sorry. Nope. Started reading something.
Good job.
Channel points.
Channel points, which you can earn and then spend on our. There he is, Captain Roscoe. Which you can then spend in Fables of Gallia on Thursdays to give the players extra stuffs. So yeah, we also have a YouTube channel. It's where all our VODs go on to live on in the ether. So you can hit !YouTube at any point, and it will generate a link to go over there and subscribe, and it's super duper free. So that's appreciated if you do that. If you're not already, it's also appreciated if you've done it already. Super duper appreciated if you've done it already. Yes. So I don't think there's anything else. I'm pretty sure there's been no new rules releases, so we're still operating on the rules of last week.
Oh, they actually just released it like 20 minutes ago?
No, they didn't.
No, they didn't.
I know. I think we've got at least like one more show before they do the next one. So I guess there's nothing else to do except roll the trailer for the next episode of Daggerheart. And welcome back. So, last time on Daggerheart, the party convened on the small fruit-picking village of Mistborn, quickly finding that, there wasn't much fruit upon the marketplace, which it was famed for. After a little bit of playing around, some literally, you guys were approached by Rosalind, the little red poison dart frog. Ribbit, sorry.
Wow.
Poison dart frog, ribbit. Who pleaded with you to go and find her husband, Horace, who had gone to the orchards to go and pick fruit and had not returned in a couple of days. So you guys ventured through the marshes over to the mangrove area, where you found the water to be contaminated with some kind of green iridescent sort of film that sits on top of the water. Popping across some lily pads, unfortunately one turned out to be some kind of like mutated plant, which rose up out of the water, initiating combat. Eventually taking care of that, you were then met with a huge bloated frog creature who was tearing flesh from a humanoid arm at the time. You dispatched with him, but Sprog managed to get a wedding ring from his neck that Rosalind said that Horace always wears. And so, right at the end of that combat, as the halberd of Norman slid through, deflating Horace's bloated body as he lands face down in the water and slowly begins to sink down before sort of resting with his sort of leathery boiled hide showing in the water. That is where we are picking up. So, what would you like to do?
I think Sprog, post being eaten / not, is just kind of like laying on the ground, one of her wings just kind of like twitching a little bit, just like holding the wedding ring aloft for everyone to see.
Yeah, and Norman, if you remember, you are right next to where Sprog is as well.
And since are you flying with it?
No, I'm on the ground.
Okay.
I think just like
It's like covered in saliva, just
yeah.
kind of like wet wings.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wet wings kind of twitching.
Yeah, because you were eating. I'll run over and like try and use like the back of my cloak to like wipe a little bit off.
Like you said.
I'm going stretches
to...
as you like pull your cloak across. It's like viscous before it kind of snaps in the center.
Oh.
I'm going to walk over to the body, and I'm going to kneel down next to it because I have an ability called Death Connection, my fungal ability, and I'm going to hopefully, while touching a corpse that died recently, you can mark a stress to extract one memory related to a specific emotion or sensation. I'm going to touch the body, hoping that the last thoughts of Horace is of his beloved wife. And yes, so I can, yeah.
So you get one memory, is that what it says?
Yeah, extract one memory related to a specific emotion or sensation.
So how does it look when you do this? Is it something anyone can see? Do you like extend tendrils
No, it
into
looks
him?
so strange because I walk up, I get on my knees, and I'm like, I take a big sniff of it, I go, and then I stick my fingers in it, and I take a lick of it, and then my eyes roll back, and then I just start convulsing a little bit. Like I'm just rooted like a mushroom in the ground, and I just start convulsing, and yes, the memory comes.
So the memory you see is from Horace's perspective, which is wild because his eyes are on the side of his head. So to you, this is like weird as shit, and it's all like really disorienting. But after that initial shock goes by, you see a lily pad at his sort of green feet as you're looking down, and the view kind of pans upwards as these sort of these vine creatures that are coming out of the water, holding these lily pads on top, start to wrap their tendrils around him and start pulling him down into the water. And you don't feel it, but you remember the sensation of pain when he hits the water, and that sort of viscous film starts to, it's almost heavy. It envelops downwards, and you start breathing it in and choking. And the last thing that you can even pull apart as a memory is seeing the light above the water skin as you drift downwards, and there's one word: Rosalind.
And then I snap out of it, and I puke, and I'm like, oh, somebody give me some orange juice. It's a bad trip. Oh, why do I do that? Oh, such a
Y'all,
bad trip.
he's fine. He's fine, y'all. We our kind is very in tune with.
I need hydration. Orange juice.
Oh,
something.
keep yourself.
Bad trip. Oh,
Keep yourself together, man. Wow.
You're not gonna get my. I'm not using my cape on that. Sorry.
What'd you see?
Something I cannot tell, Rosalind.
Oh. Well, did he see us killing him?
I saw how he died.
Yeah, we all just saw how he died.
I saw in almost 270-degree vision how he died. It's very, 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 very it's a high definition. No, I feel no bad trip.
Dagai, give me an instinct roll.
Instinct roll. Oh, let's see. I gotta remember how I roll against. I roll 2 dice.
You 2d12. You hope and you fear die.
One fear. Got it. And add my.
You got it. Give me your total of the 2 die plus the modifier, and tell me if the hope or the fear die is higher.
I got 21, but it's fear higher.
21 with fear. Okay. So you understand that you saw him die, but you also saw him alive afterwards, and so with a 21, you would definitely be able to tell, especially with your connection with death, that though he didn't truly die, Horace himself was dead when he drowned.
Yes. And I have a
However, you become vehemently afraid of the water in this moment.
Yes. I scrabble like a spider. I just spider crawl back away from the water. And
Well, you have to remember you're on a lily pad at this point.
okay, to the center of the lily pad.
Where Hero is.
Yes. Hero, hug me. It's just such a bad. I need a hug. I just died in
my
270-degree vision.
You keep telling yourself you're going to stop doing this, but whenever there's a body, you sort of.
But sometimes the
fall
memory
back
is so good. Sometimes the memory is so good. There's love and joy and happiness and yes, and that was bad.
Well, what are we going to tell Rosalind then when we go back?
No. I will break the news to her. It is what I do. I'm good at telling the story.
If you want to talk it out before we get there, just to make sure that we're all on the same page, I think that might be a good idea.
Well, Horace died. How he died? How does she need to know? You know, he swallowed his fear, not Sprog, he swallowed his fear, and he stood up to a swamp beast and deflated its evil intentions and died sacrificing himself to save the village. So much more beautiful story. Yes.
But is that just horse shit, or is that the truth?
Horace shit.
You know. That is what happened in this reality. But I have the connection, to death, and I felt it, and he, in his state of mind, he perceived something else. Yes.
And what was that?
He was a hero.
Ah. Okay. So it's all over then, and we don't have nothing to worry about.
Yes.
Okay.
Is that good?
I mean, the way you skittered away from the edge of that lily pad makes me think something different, but...
It was good being Horace, very bad being a 270-degree ribbit. No offense, guys, but yes.
Oh, none taken.
See Gillian, he still has his rope attached to the creature, and he's trying to pull the creature up onto the ledge. And I kind of turn to Norman. Like, Norman, can you help me with this?
Oh yeah. I'll hop over and just.
Yeah. So one of you can give me a strength roll. You want to do it? Okay, so that's what I figured. That's why I didn't say Eric.
No.
You can give me a strength roll and add a d6 for advantage.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm currently like holding on to a rope while like sliding in until Norman picks up the rope.
Help.
A D12 and a D6. 2D12.
2d12,
Bowl.
1d6.
It's a giant bowl.
Why
You
is
really
that
need
bowl
to
so
get the
big?
bowl.
No one said anything about the bowl.
Oh, you weren't there for the bowl. It's a whole thing.
I tied on the D12s.
That's a crit.
That's a critical.
Yeah. And I got
So-
4. I got 2 5s and a 4, so 14 total. But I got 2 5s.
That's crit.
Yeah, it's a crit success. So,
Thank you, Bo.
yeah. So you take a hope. If you took any stress, you can mark all of those off. And the two ribbits working in tandem, which is strange for the two of you, but you manage to not only like pull it all the way up, but without kind of
Ripping.
doing any damage to the body. Extra
there's
damage.
Currently, just the one poked hole in it.
Yes.
And is Sprague up by the cliffside or down by the lily pad?
She's up on the cliff. You'd be able to see her, probably her hand in the air from where you are.
I'm alright!
Yeah. I would say, Hero, you probably pick up the fact that she's holding something that's glinting in the sunlight.
What is that you have there, Sprague?
A shiny circle.
Shiny circle. Is it a
It's
ring?
a ring.
I suppose. You don't think this was that ring? What that lady was talking about?
If I had to guess, yes.
Then where's her husband?
I think we killed him, Sprague. I think this is him.
Right.
What's left of him?
I don't think she'll like that too much.
I think the guy might have a more pleasant story to tell her. No?
Well,
You got this, right? This is what you do. You tell good stories.
Yes. Yeah.
but didn't you say he was dead first? Like, we didn't kill him.
Oh, he died first. Yes.
All right, so we're off the hook for that, y'all. It was like he was like reanimated or something. It's not us.
I actually wasn't even thinking about that until this very moment.
I was just making sure we didn't kill somebody that we were trying to save.
He was dead. Like you die and you put salt and it kicks. That's what the creature was.
Well,
Or maybe like a
It-
parasite.
it was more that the person who Horace was that died.
What was it that killed him first?
I think he drank
The
too
what?
much.
It's gone now, though, right? That's what you said.
I'd like to do something. I'd like to investigate the body, and see if I can discern how the water affected the body itself. Because he's clearly like super, like blown up, right?
Yeah, to like weird proportions.
Right.
And covered in these like giant like pustule boils. Yeah, you can go ahead and give me a yeah, let me see a precision.
Which one is that?
Oh, and actually, this is kind of analyzing. So I'll go with knowledge for
Okay.
that. Not precision. It was finesse.
I'd rather it be finesse. If that helps your decision, DM.
Well, like before you give me a number, what are you trying to do? Are you just trying to like analyze it, or are you trying to do something that would require finesse to do it? Because I'm open to you using it as long as you can explain.
Sure.
how you use it.
It would be clearly dead. So I would be probably like, I'd pull my hook out. I might take a dagger and kind of like cut away at the inflated flesh a bit and try to figure out, at what's going on that would have created this effect on Horace.
Okay.
I mean, assuming that he was much smaller than he currently is.
Yeah. So let's do a couple of checks then, because there's not really one for this like particular thing. So first of all, give me a finesse.
Yes. I rolled a 20. Oh, these are D12s. Sorry. 21. I rolled a 22 with hope.
With hope. Excellent. So take a hope.
I have a second question. Does our hope carry over from last session?
Yes.
Okay.
Hope and stress carries over until you rest, and then there's several things that you can do.
Super. Thank you. Sorry.
No problem. Cool. So taking your dagger, you are able. I mean, you're a ranger. You're out in nature all the time, so this is kind of like akin to some of the things that you've done, although maybe not on something like this. You carefully start to, I guess, extend the puncture wound that was left by Norman's halberd, and so just kind of carefully taking that along. As you sort of part the skin and start to take a look inside, you start to see that most of his organs are covered in this deep green ichor that, as you separate the skin and the sun hits it, has this like purple iridescent through it.
Similar to the water.
Yeah. Now, if you want to go further, I will need a knowledge to be able to kind of like, for me to give you answers.
Yeah. Let's do it. I'm not great at it, but...
You could also ask for help from someone. Never mind.
Never.
I can help. I can help. I will slowly.
You know what? That makes sense, because you kind of saw
You were
that.
touching it, yeah.
Yeah, you saw those last memories. So yeah, go
Gillian,
ahead.
Gillian, my friend Gillian. If this helps, the substance tastes like musty hose.
Wait.
What did you taste?
Like
What substance?
like a water hose or other hose?
Like the other hose. Like the hose you put on your feet.
What?
They don't have
Wait,
socks, they have
I
hose.
don't think we're talking about the same thing.
No,
Oh.
not musty hose.
Oh! Sorry.
What the?
Oh man, I didn't even know I said that.
Like stockings?
Like fantasy medieval hose you wear on your feet, musty. What are you guys thinking?
I mean, I told you. So.
I had one thought and I had a second thought, and neither of those were right.
I know. Both of my initial guesses were wrong.
Oh man.
Oh.
Oh my goodness. Oh.
I don't know if that helps.
Okay.
But
So, guy, I think you know a lot more about this than I do.
Oh my goodness.
So who would like to roll the knowledge between the two of you?
I'll just hold open the wound and let the guy do his thing.
Cool. Okay.
Oh, I'm gonna roll the knowledge
Yes, roll me a knowledge with a d6.
with the d6. Oh, okay. All right. Oh. That's an 18. 23 fear.
Ooh.
23 with fear. So you go back to that memory and you remember the feeling of that ichor going into your mouth and breathing it in, and so you direct Gillian towards the lungs, And Gillian, you take your dagger and gently pierce the lung, which then straight away explodes with this thick ichor, which hits Dagai in the chest, which starts to burn and singe, and you see these like steam smoke start to come off of you.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't think that was gonna happen. Is he okay?
You should probably get that off. That doesn't look right.
Oh! And I'm about to reach to the water, and then I'm about to reach to the water, and I jump back. Ah!
Take a minor for that as well. Minor damage.
Cool.
Hero will kind of like go over to Robichaux and using Mending Touch, he's gonna just heal him up a bit. But also kind of investigate the wound to see if any knowledge springs up of either something he's healed before that's kind of like that or does that kind of damage.
Okay.
It's been to hope.
So you're spending the hope to have your like arcane connection, right? Is that right?
Yeah. It's Mending Touch spell. Use 2 hope, and then you can heal hit points or stress, which whatever he just suffered. It was a lot.
Yeah, that was a hit point.
Okay.
Okay, so there's nothing that springs to mind of any sort of memory of you seeing like this disgusting liquid that seems to have congealed in the lung, but you are getting a slight arcane reading off of it, but it's odd. It's not magic like you know. It's not a spell. It seems infused almost.
There, all better. Whatever that is inside the creature is not really magic based, like spells that myself or others can do, but it's almost like it's infused inside of the body.
And with that, Gillian, you continue more carefully now to sort of dissect the lung, and you can see that the extremely thick, sort of congealed version of this liquid that you're very familiar with seems to have spread and stuck all over all parts of his lungs. And as you continue, you can see that even like the inside of his trachea is coated up inside. And if you continue to sort of search, you can find that like this congealed stuff has coated everything.
Can I look at the water and
like the water, not what's
the river?
Yep.
The river, that we're currently on. And does it look like it's flowing from a direction, or is it just kind of like sitting in splotches?
It is pretty stagnant water. Like it's moving slightly. Like it's a mangrove technically, so it's there, but the movement is very, very slight. Like if you look towards the iridescence, you can see it like slowly moving around, but you have to kind of look at it for a minute to actually notice the movement.
I can't discern where it might be coming from.
The water or the
in the water,
the ichor.
Like, yeah. Well, sorry, the ichor that's on the water. I'm trying to discern.
Understood.
Like, did it come from somewhere else and it floated here and Horace just like picked it up, or is the origin like somewhere closer and there's something?
Yeah, absolutely. Like, yeah. Okay, I'm with you now. Yeah, you can give me an instinct.
Neat.
Ultra.
9 with hope.
Okay, so 9. You start sort of following this iridescent kind of light that's bouncing off of the water surface, and as you start to look outwards, you see that towards behind one of the trees that's kind of sprouted out in that mangrove with its like large roots that are visible in this sort of net shape, you can see sort of wedged in between some of these roots is a metallic barrel.
I'll point it out to the group. I think I may have found the source of our problem. Is this is it close enough for me to easily get to, or do we need to like?
I mean, yeah, I'm not really making like having you make checks through this. That was more through the through the battle and things. So yeah, you're able to hop across the lily pads and sort of land on the tree roots that are kind of standing up, and you're able to sort of pull yourself around to the other side. So you are right in front of this barrel, which has this. It's like a bright kind of orangey sort of metallic color with all of this on the top surface that's actually out of the water. You can see this like mint green, almost like powder, sort of attached to the metal.
Attached, like it's. I'm not sure I follow.
Is
It's
it
just like there's.
What was that?
Sorry, is it like coated with it?
I think I might know what's happening, but I don't know if I would know what's happening.
Yeah, you can give me a knowledge for this one.
Me?
Yes, you're the one that's there.
Yeah.
Yep. Give me a
Norman
knowledge.
asked, is it like coated?
Is it? Yeah. Is it coated?
14 with fear.
14 with fear. Okay. So you take a look at it a little bit closer to sort of inspect it, and it seems coated, like almost like a rust, but this kind of mint green color.
I don't know. Y'all, we got like a barrel of something here. I don't know. I've never seen anything like this, have I?
No, not this.
Yeah.
No.
I'm not even really sure what I'm looking at. No.
I guess Hero will kind of make its way over to that area and examine the rusty barrel metallic area. And when you said infused earlier, to clarify, it wasn't giving off any like parasitic vibes, was it? Like its own entity sort of thing?
You can give me a knowledge
Okay.
for that.
I'm good at those! Oh no, I'm not supposed to say it before I roll! Wait, I am. Okay, I am. 16 with fear.
So, as you go over and the two of you are looking at it, Wait, where were you? Are you going to the barrel, or are you going? No, you wanted to know about. Sorry, you wanted to know about like the parasitic nature, right?
Oh yeah.
As you take a closer look, you can see that the congealed side of it is only very faintly, but it is slightly moving. Almost like you can see in the lung, below that, the diaphragm, it seems to be trying to pull the diaphragm down.
Ooh. Nope. And the part that I healed from Robichaux, that like completely evaporated or got gone? There's no lingering?
Yes.
Okay.
No, it burnt and kind of just evaporated off. However, as that's happening, Gillian, you continue looking at the barrel and it starts to sort of shift in the water, and you see this emblem on one side of it as it comes over. And as you see it, your heart drops into your stomach. As you recognize this, I need you to take a stress. That was your complication. As you feel your breath start to become very shallow and quick, as you see the emblem of a gear that has vines and leaves wrapped around it with an ivy leaf sat in the middle. This is what you recognize from the invasion back home.
Yeah, I'll practically like fall back. I assume I'm on land now. Just kind of like wedged on the mangroves, or
yeah. So you like stood on the roots of the tree in the mangrove, kind of looking down at it as it's kind of like sat in within those roots.
I think everyone would probably see Gillian like visibly pull back.
Are you okay? Oh, sorry.
I think I'd fly over there just to kind of like get over there quick and make sure, probably like still some goo like dripping off.
Yeah,
taking some
you kind of keel to the left a little bit and have to compensate.
But just kind of like land in a branch and kind of peek down underwards. You all right?
Yeah, I'm just fine. It's this whole thing just got me all mixed up. There's sludge all over, and this barrel's. I don't want to get it on me. You don't want to get it on you.
Right. Well, I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but you don't look all right.
I'm a lighter shade of blue.
Like pastel now.
Yeah. I got a bad feeling I might have seen this before.
A barrel?
Well, not this specific barrel. It was something that happened back in my village. This sludge is awfully familiar.
Right.
That's why I was so worried about all of y'all getting close to the water, but I hate to think that this is spreading further into, well, to these fine folk in the village.
You think this is what did that to Horace?
Absolutely. I have no doubt in my mind.
Well, are you alright? If you start getting hungry, I don't want you looking sideways at me.
Elsprog, not gonna lie, you're a little too. You got too many things on you. You're not like the. You're not like the. You're not like the delicious flies that Johann sells. Oh, Johann.
Oh, Johann.
But no, don't you worry. If I do. If anything happens, everyone will be the first to know. I wouldn't lie to you all.
Alright.
I assume we're all making our way over to where you are.
Mm-mm.
Sure. Yeah. That makes
I'm
sense.
not
That's
moving
sort of
an inch.
Not the guy.
converge.
Guys.
I am not the guy.
Not the guy today.
Hey, guy, are you cool over here by yourself for a second?
Oh, I'm good. This lily is very soft. It's very nice. I'm gonna sit here and enjoy this.
Okay, cool.
You know.
I'm gonna hop over there.
Oh, well, Gillian, I couldn't help but hear you saying that this is something you've seen before, right?
I have seen this. Now, Norman, you seen this before? And I'm like really curious to know if Norman's seen this before. Because I always thought that his tribe had something to do with it.
As I get closer to it, I think that Norman. As I get closer to it, I think I realize that I also notice it, but I assume the same thing about him. So I'll say, well, yeah, I think that there's definitely a familiarity about it. I mean, I've only seen this, well, during the conflict. I'll narrow my big eyes at him.
Strange, that's also around the time I've seen this before. I think both of us are clutching our weapons.
I really don't know what this is. But how did y'all fix it? Do we just set it on fire and it burns away?
We
That's
didn't
what we did
fix
with
it.
quarantine, yeah. What about you?
This basically took out my entire village.
A mistake in the research department?
A mistake? Are you kidding me?
Absolutely not. That stuff devastated our side as well. You guys probably sent that up. In all
You
the
think we
carriers.
sent it up?
Yeah.
It was you that was the sent it up.
Half the Northern Territory was messed up because of you. Well, not you. We're better than this. We're better than this.
We did agree.
It's not us. It's not us.
It's not us. But this is mighty weird.
I agree.
I don't know about this. You're saying this had you knew nothing about this substance. You've never seen it before.
I mean,
Or nothing.
I've seen it, but it didn't come from us. I figured y'all in the other territory sent it to us during the conflict. You're saying you didn't?
I'm about to blow your mind because we all thought the same thing about your side.
Well, that's just downright awful. What? So wait a second. Where did this come from then?
Well, it sounds like the two of you might have the same enemy, and that means you guys are best friends. So let's not fight it out, and maybe we can find out who really is behind all this.
You're right. Well, I mean, we're friends. We're friends. Right, Gil?
Yeah, friends.
Yeah.
We're all friends.
Yeah.
It's fine. Any of you?
Instinct check.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, you can give me an instinct. And are you doing it against Gillian?
Oof.
That's tough. You're gonna just get involved in this.
Just examining the situation, just like they're both kind of giving off vibes, just checking the vibes of the area.
From
Okay,
across the
then-
pond.
Two frog boys, give me a presence. And I don't need to know hope or fear for this.
Okay.
It's
like,
yeah. God damn it, fear again.
13.
10.
Oh. 8. I'm far away. I'm just like surveying.
It seems like a strange friendship, but they seem maybe a strained friendship. But they seem to be holding it together, just about.
From across the pond, just a little way, I yell out, I go, "It seems your Ribbit clan histories are a little bit inaccurate. Maybe you need a rewrite of your songs about your history. I know the perfect person to do this."
Dugai, we all know who would write the best songs here. That's not the question that we're focusing on right now. You don't have to sell her to us. We know her music's good. The music's great.
That was never a question.
Well, I appreciate that because I know y'all talking about me. But let's get back to the whatever's happening here. So there's something going on, and none of us have anything to do with it, right? And I look at everybody else who hasn't said that they don't know anything about the barrel. I'm assuming I don't. Okay.
I haven't seen the barrel, so I'm like on the other side. So.
Is the
Do you have a
emblem?
question?
Is the emblem pryable? Can I pry it off?
Ooh, okay. It's gonna be difficult because it's resting. The barrel is resting in the water, and you're on top of the roots, and it's like below you. So the emblem is. How would it be sealed? It looks to be. No, you can't see it from there, but there seems to be a slight gap underneath the side of the emblem. There's like a shadow being cast, like there is sort of a gap underneath it. But it is up to you to describe to me how you want to attempt to try and get that.
Is the barrel, does it look like there's many holes in it? Is it like holes that are spilling the stuff into it, or does it look pretty solid, or?
So it is floating in the water, so you would, like, you know water. Like, you would assume that it is, if not completely, it is mostly empty.
Oh, because it's floating. Yeah. Copy. Is it okay? I'd like to try to use the same hook that I hooked the Horace big boy with to try to stabilize it before trying to pry it off with maybe like my short sword.
Okay, so you're gonna try and hook through the metal barrel and then tie it off to go down there?
I'd like to hook the hook around the metal barrel and get the rope back through the hook so it's holding it tightly so that I have enough leverage to just like, I don't want to touch the barrel. That's what I'm saying.
Right. So you're trying to go like lengthways, or are you trying to go under the barrel?
Lengthways. Yeah.
Okay.
Just around it and then just swoop it.
Just
you know how if
swoop
you were
it?
to take like a grappling hook and you were to throw it around like a thing and then it hooks again onto its own self and then you can pull it in. That's kind of
Yeah.
Like in
How
a
the
video
fuck
game.
are you gonna do that? It is
Hanging from a tree.
so. The mangrove roots are like this, right? You are stood on top, and it is like inside here. So you are like right above it as it's floating. You can see the top half. Does that make more sense?
Does make more sense.
Okay, cool.
What you doing?
I want to get that emblem off. I don't know how to do it.
All right.
I read through 2 or 3 scenarios in my head, and none of them are working out.
Does anybody got any paper?
Well, surely a songwriter's got to have.
I don't know. Do I have paper? Is that in my inventory?
It would make sense for you to have some kind of like, stave paper.
I got a romance novel.
I have forgery tool.
Wait,
so
I
must
can-
have paper.
Oh, forgery tool? Yeah, you'd have paper
Yes.
then.
Not that I don't do any forgery. I was gifted this tool set as in bartering for some jewels back then, and I received this forgery tool set. It has paper inside. Good paper. Very good.
This beautiful writing set.
Beautiful writing set. Calligraphy set. Yes.
Well, then, the guy, could you throw it over? Just kidding.
I think you're going to have to come over here.
No.
I got it. I'll go get it. And those big ups over there.
Are you just going to stay on that lily pad forever and always?
There's 4 of you. You can do it. You can take care of it. I'm resting. I'm stressed and hurt, and my chest is feeling a little raw, and I'm not having a good day. And we did this for free. This is not a good day.
Okay, so Norman, you go and collect the paper.
Mhm.
Is it just paper you're collecting? Is that
We need a pencil or something too.
I'll take the whole kit.
okay? All right.
Shit.
Go back. Okay, so you take the forgery kit over. What would you like to do with it?
I should have asked this question first, but is the emblem raised?
It is.
Okay, good. If you stick,
Nope, painted on.
Brand.
well, I'm gonna draw it. No. go down there with this piece of paper, and if you just scrape over it with the pencil, then you'll be left with the emblem on the paper, and we can just keep that with us, and it won't, rust.
I do that.
Okay.
Scribe it.
I would like you to give me a finesse just to be able to delicately get yourself down there without falling in the water or touching it.
Hey, Gillian,
get the
before you
paper
go
on.
down there, why don't you put your rope around your waist, and we'll hold it.
Yeah, all right.
Or you could just hook yourself.
Yeah,
Don't
I can
do
hook
it.
I can hook.
Oh, that's true. I guess you could around the tree or something.
Yeah, I do that. Someone helps. But I'm going. Here we
Okay,
go.
you can give me a d6 with it as well, because the idea was helping.
I see. Jesus. 7 with fear.
That's with the D6?
Yep, I rolled a 1.
Oh no! Oh. I had a good idea.
Kerploosh.
So it seems fine. Now you reach out to go, like everything seems like you're snug in. You go to reach out to, like to scratch over the like embossed emblem, but you slip slightly and you hit the barrel and it starts floating away.
Ah!
I pull out my grappling hook. Will this help?
Do you have
It's a grappling hook, not a grapnel gun.
Yeah, she's just holding it like this. This whole time I was picturing like a Batman style.
we don't have the technology to copy this emblem, but we have a grapnel gun.
It's a magical world of fantasy, Jay.
You can have whatever we want. Sprog, you always save the day.
So
No
what
one
you
hit
could
that.
do,
Right.
what you could do is fly over to where it is.
Oh.
Thank you, DM.
I'll help you out. I'll help you out. You fly over to where it is. If you go over there, you'd be able to see like the hole at the top, like where it's filled and emptied from. So you may be able to drop the hook down and hook it in on that and be able to fly and drag it back. But you
I'll
will need to give
try.
me a finesse for that.
All right, I will try to do that.
This is kind of like helicopter, when they drop the hook down, like trying to.
Oh yeah.
That
It's
is-
swinging. It's swinging.
Oh god.
That is
The old lady.
Oh no. So sad.
Sorry, go on.
16 with hope.
16 with
Yay.
hope. All right, take a hope.
There it is.
And yes, it does start to swing, but you use that momentum and you time it just right and you fly forwards and it ding just hooks right underneath that sort of spout that's coming out of the top. So you'll be able to sort of pull it, as you fly back to that tree. I love that this is all we've done. So you pull the barrel back to the tree, and
Daggerheart, where
if you
barrels
want, you
stored.
can, if you want, you can secure it off so it doesn't.
Yeah. I'll kind of
Yep.
like pull it up a little bit. And, all right, do your arts and crafts.
Thank you, Sprog. I was looking for thank you. paper on top. Tracing over it.
Now,
Okay. Yes. So
why?
you're able to get like it's rough because
Yeah.
like the design is it's very sort of three-dimensional. So it's kind of rough, but you get the idea and the shape from it.
Okay.
It's not like a perfect imprint.
Yeah, that makes sense. I wanted this because if we don't know, Norman or I don't know what this is, I think it's important for us to, I don't know, someone else might know, and this is going to be a huge problem later on.
All right.
I mean, it's a lot easier to be like, do you know what this means? And hold up a piece of paper. It's got the emblem on it. Then being like, do you know about this shiny stuff that kills people and takes the crops out and comes out of metal barrels? So this would be probably a lot easier.
Right.
As I hold up just like this scribbled piece of paper that barely has an emblem on it. You seen any of these? Well, I think I'm good here. I think maybe we could.
We didn't really accomplish what we came here. I mean, we found
We
him.
found Horace.
We got his
Right.
ring. Was that it? Was there something else we were supposed to be doing?
Well,
Wow.
it would be better if we were getting paid, but I don't think we have.
I
much
think
money.
that if we had brought Horace back, we might have been getting paid. But I think now we're just bringing sadness back, and also we know why all their fruit is gross.
Fruit's always gross, but
I mean, speak for yourself.
I am.
Guys, you can give me
But it looks like somebody
is it?
did this intentionally. Why?
That's a very good point.
You can give
Somebody
me-
did-
Why ruin people's fruit?
give me an instinct.
everyone.
No, just you.
Oh.
Because you were talking about the fruit.
Well, that's a fear, and it's at +0. It's a 13 fear.
13. As you say that and you look out across the other side of the water, you can see the orchard on the other side, which is like fairly untouched because it is higher than where this water is. It seems like people were trying to go but couldn't make it, or if they did, they didn't make it back.
Well, I'm just taking a gander over here, but this fruit up here looks like it's fine. So, Guy, what you're saying, it makes sense that maybe somebody did this on purpose to keep, people away from these crops.
Well, whose are these?
I think that's what we got to find out next.
Hold up the emblem.
Then we should put
Okay.
a reward on that picture too, but we get it. Like, we get the not reward for information about the emblem. You know what I'm saying? Like, we'll get to the bottom of this for this amount.
Oh, you're trying to make money. I see.
I'm trying
Well,
to
I
optimize.
Well,
Yo.
all right. Maybe I'll write a
You
song
hear-
about it.
Very, very faintly in the distance, you hear, "We do delivery!"
Excellent hearing.
It's a little terrifying. what else is he listening to? Anyways, head over here and see what we can find out.
Okay. So, gathering up everything that you found, you're heading back to Mistborn Village? Yes?
Yeah.
Okay.
Is that where the
That's where you were before, yeah.
well, what about the fruit that is fine?
Would you like to go and pick some?
Well, who owns those? I want to go find out who owns those. Or is this just
I think it's the orchard.
field?
Wild.
Like, it's just
Oh,
the orchard,
It's
wild
the orchard. It's the orchard that's kept by the village,
Okay.
which they pick it and then sell it to people that come through to the marketplace.
But they can't pick it because of the mangroves being gross.
Poisoning a lot of the fruit, it seems.
No, it's more a case of the people that tried to go didn't make it or didn't make it back.
People have been disappearing. That's, I think, what Jocelyn said too.
God.
Oh,
You saw Horace drop a humanoid arm that he was chewing on.
that's right. That's right.
Ooh.
The stuff didn't make the fruit bad. The fruit was bad because no one was going and getting new fruit.
And potentially
Ooh.
Johan
Okay, I
was
get it. I get it.
eating people that were coming out there as well.
Okay, then yeah, we'll go back.
There could be more Johan beasts out here. We don't know.
I mean, we're this close to this
Horace
fruit at times.
Sorry, I got my people mixed up. Horace beasts.
Really with Johan.
I'm so sorry. Johan, I know you do delivery. Please don't take me off
He's
your
gonna deliver
list.
you, all right? You keep talking like that.
You know he can hear you.
I'm so sorry, Johan.
Praise be to God.
Okay. So what is the plan? Just so I know.
I mean, we're already here. Why don't and we made it here. Do we want to get some fresh fruit and take it back with us?
I don't see the harm in it. May as well.
I mean, I don't mind carrying some apples for some people, and I mean, it's not rotten. That's a good step in the right direction.
Yeah, let's do it.
One question on the barrel. The way it is when we first encountered it in the roots, does it look like it might have drifted there, or like was it purposely put
Placed.
there? Like, does it look like it could have fell off of something and like rolled into that position, or does it look like someone have to put it into the river in this particular spot?
As you kind of like take a look around, doesn't seem to be anywhere that it could have come from on its own.
Hmm.
I felt left out.
Okay, I just wanted to know that.
Do you share that observation with us?
Yeah, I'd point it out, or like make it seem like, hey, there's no way that this could have just.
If that's the case, then we should probably be real careful who we show that emblem to. Like, I don't think we should go waving it around, because it sounds like, or it just looks like there might be some, I don't know, some things going on here.
What should we do with this? And I'm gonna ungrapple so I get my grappling gun. Fine, grappling hook back.
Do they even work that way?
There's a button on the side, it retracts.
Oh,
Yeah.
obviously.
Haven't you seen
The
Batman?
rabbit
He
grappling hook.
just pushes
No,
the button
I just
and he like
see him
shoots up.
do the thing. I don't see the reverse thing.
Well, that's how he does the thing.
It'd be embarrassing if he just had to like, okay, hold on.
Yeah, the behind the scenes.
I'll get you.
Oh, my hands! They hurt so bad.
Anyways,
Daggerheart.
if we make it back across to the right side of the river where the village is, if there is good fruit there, I would assume Captain Pillow Whiskers would be all up in that good fruit.
Has he been demoted? She been demoted?
Admiral Pillow.
Oh my god.
Captain.
Oh boy.
As you look over to Admiral, she is sort of stood on the edge of that first like rock face, just kind of whining and sort of sniffing in your direction and just kind of looking antsy and anxious.
Okay, I'll make my way immediately to her.
Okay, so you're going back to
Yeah.
Pillow Whiskers. Everyone else is going to pick fruit.
Yes.
Sweet. So as you go over there,
I'm not
no,
picking any
I'm
fruit
doing
now.
something. As you go over there, the scent of the fruit, it's so fresh, like the citrus and like soft smells of like mangoes and things, and you manage to just like pull together as much of it as you can and head back towards Mistborn Village. And as you do so, that's where we're going to take our 10-minute break.
Oof.
And after those 10 minutes, we will return to the village of Mistborn. So, yeah. So stick around. Thank you for being here. We will be right back in 10. Thank you, guys. And welcome back. So, as we left off, you guys had picked a bunch of super fresh citrus fruits and were heading back to Mistborn Village exactly the way that you came. So we can fast track to getting to the pathway that leads to the outskirts of the village. Is there anything you guys want to talk about on the way or plan as you walk in? What do you want to do?
What kind of citrus fruits did everyone get? I just want to know.
Things like oranges, lemons, limes. There were some tropical ones as well, like mangoes, passion fruit.
Coconut?
No.
That's not citrus.
Don't be ridiculous.
It does have a lot of vitamin C in it, though.
Ridiculous.
In this climate,
Next, you'll be
I have
asking
a
for
whole-
grapnel guns.
I have cuties.
Oh,
Patooties?
the little orange.
No.
It's basically just a rebrand of clementines.
Yes,
They just
exactly.
decided one day they wanted to be a cutie.
Tangerines and clementines, and then Americans just called them cuties, and I was like, what the fuck is a cutie?
It's you.
Yeah.
They said.
Anyway, is there anything you guys would like to talk about or plan on the way in?
well, riding atop of Admiral, I'd like to ask the guy. Exactly what was the exactly were you gonna tell Jocelyn that happened here? We got a ring of her husband. I assume she's not gonna take this very well.
She's not gonna take this very well, but we have fresh fruit.
It's like bringing a fruit basket.
I
Sorry.
don't know how to tell you this, but I don't know if she's going to be that stoked about this fruit.
I wouldn't be. It's fruit.
Do you think she's gonna want this back? And she's like, I'm pretty it attached to it. And she's trying to like tie the wedding ring onto her like outfit. Like all of her other baubles.
Okay, we can tell her the truth. It's he died before he turned into the big monster.
I mean, do we have to tell her he turned into a monster?
But what if they go to look for the body?
I would imagine what we encountered isn't what her husband looked like beforehand.
Why wouldn't we tell the village that this water is very severely dangerous?
Right.
And it could turn you into a monster.
I'd like to know that.
Same. But Sprague, you do have to give that ring up.
No.
Will it fit on one of your antennae?
It makes it like 3/4 of the way down.
Well, hey, that's
And it's stuck.
Yeah, you can't get it out.
I need to go on a side quest for butter.
This place only has citrus.
So
The only food.
So we get there, and we tell her that her husband died, but also there was a monster, maybe not turned into, and we got rid of the monster. But we definitely found the ring on the monster. But I don't want her thinking her husband suffered at all.
But he did. He turned into something awful, covered with all sorts of awful boils and... Oh, he ate me?
That's
And we stabbed him? Like, he suffered.
all right. Yeah, let's just. I'm. You know what? Yeah, we should probably just tell her the whole truth. If it was my significant other, then I'd want to know the full truth, bad or not.
I think we should just tell her he got eaten by a monster. Then we killed the monster.
I mean, that's not too far from the truth.
But if the water's turning them into monsters, the threat's not gone.
Nope.
They think we kill the monster. They think they're all right. They're not.
Could be more monsters. Tell them to stay away. They could turn into monsters themselves. We don't know who that was, technically. The ring was around his neck, but maybe the monster ate him and then liked the ring, fashioned itself a little thing to put around its neck. We don't know.
Maybe it's not even his ring.
One Horace.
Yeah, we
The guy
know
said
that.
it was. There's like a whole memory thing.
Maybe it's not a ring. Maybe it's a crown for a really small person.
Maybe it's a little antenna decoration.
Jay, can I use big ups to jump way far forward really quick?
Sure.
First one there gets to tell the story they want.
Oh, no.
He wins.
I will begin purposely writing Admiral slower behind the crew.
Admiral just starts slowing down.
Yeah.
I would get winded so fast. I am a big toad. I'm not a slender boy like Gil over here.
Just big boys built for sprinting.
Yeah, natural sprinters.
And hops.
Yeah.
Big hops.
Big.
I would be walking along with my guitar, just kind of playing like a melody to myself. I'm writing a song.
Okay. So, as Norman kind of springs ahead of the rest of you. You do make it into sort of Mistborn proper. You are within the sort of the village. You can see the sort of market stalls again. Norman, what do you do when you get there first?
Deep breath. Too many hops. I'll probably honestly wait at the gate, trying to catch my breath, waiting for everyone else. But I'll first try and seek out a guard
Rosalind?
nearby. Just tell them
So,
to like keep it.
Mi-
Sorry.
Yeah, so Mistborn is a very small village. There's like most of the sort of income is basically communal from the orchards. You didn't see any guards.
Oh, shit. I will try to find Rosalind.
Okay. You can. Are you waiting for the group before you go in, or are you going ahead?
I'll probably be like in front, but like by like 10, 15 feet. But I'm actively trying to find her.
Yeah. While you wait for the group at the gate, you can give me an instinct roll.
Okay. Instinct. Oh, it was almost doubles. That is a 15 with my +1 to instinct with fear.
Way to go.
Good job.
Yeah, so as you wait by the gate, you see like the big sun hat that she was wearing. She stood kind of talking to someone at a market stall. She seems in better spirits than when you saw her. Maybe just hope.
That's the fear. The hope is the fear.
The whole time.
Holy shit. I get this game.
Excuse me, Miss Rosalind.
Oh, she's like in the distance. Are you going up to her?
Yeah, I'd probably try and make it over to her then.
Okay, yeah.
We assumed she had just as good as hearing as Johan, sorry.
He's a one-off. Yeah, as you call out to her, she like turns around, not like recognizing the voice, but then sees you, and her eyes like light up in that sort of amber color that they are. She says, "Oh, did you find him?"
I'm going to just like put my hands on her shoulders and just shake my head. And I'll wait for the rest of the group to catch up.
So I was trying to be next.
Give me a presence roll.
Yikes.
Oh, big spender. That is sorry. That's 15 with hope.
Okay. You see the sort of light in her eyes just go dull again, and your hands on her shoulders, like you feel them slump down as her head starts to point towards the ground. You didn't find him at all?
Well, and I'll start to speak, and I think that's when Dottie gets there.
Yep, and then the rest of the group kind of come up, but Dottie, you're up first.
Norman here, and I'll kind of motion for her to sit down. Is there like a bench or a retaining wall or something that she can like?
Yeah, you're within the sort of market streets and things, so there'd be a bench or something for people to sit on.
I'll sit next to her with my guitar and be like, "We did find him, and I'm sorry, but the news is not great. Well, let me play you a song." And that is my experience that I'm going to use here. That's one of my experiences. So I'm going to retell the story of Horace the Great, who was trying to take care of his family and his village. And he went to the distant land and he fought the mighty monster, but the monster prevailed. But he was so strong and so brave, and he had Rosalind on his mind the entire time.
Give me a presence roll.
I hope I do well. Do I get to
And
add
then-
things? Yes.
Yes, so you roll your 2d12, you add those together, you add your presence modifier, and then you add your experience, either the +2 or the +1.
14 hope.
14 with hope, so that hope cancels out. You have to spend a hope to use your experience.
They can hit. Yeah.
So they equal out.
Oh, that's
And-
right.
And so as you watch your sort of your musical tale unfold in front of her, you can see she goes through this like cycle of emotions all within just like a couple of minutes. And you watch as in her big eyes, you see the water just sort of welling up along the bottom, and it starts to sort of cascade down slowly over her sort of wide, bright red face. He was a hero.
Absolutely.
That sounds like him.
We do have something for you, though. Sprague.
Deepest condolences. Yes.
Sprague. Sprague. The ring. The shiny circle.
This too.
Thank you. How did you find out about what happened to him?
There's something going on in the waters. I don't really know what it's called. I forgot what you said. Anyway.
Mangrove.
Mangroves, yeah. Like they're contaminated or something. I think everybody here needs to stay away from that area. Does your village happen to have any enemies? I mean, I know we all have enemies, but I mean like real enemies, not like Susan Sarah's cousin decided that you were too pretty and now she's your enemy and she just makes her life really hard. I don't mean like that. I mean like somebody who wants to do your entire village harm.
Just the pests, I suppose, that plague the orchards. Every so often, every few years, we get a flight of them through.
Interesting.
But how
Is there-
did you find out what happened to him?
my kind of people, and I'll kind of point to myself and the guy, we have an ability that makes it to where we can see last memories of someone. And we did find Horace, and his last memories were of you, but also of what happened. And that is how we knew it was him.
So there's a body that we can bury?
Yes, but when I said that there is like something wrong with the mangroves, there's like a substance, a chemical or something that is not good. It is basically trying to, I don't know, guys, help me out here. It's like mutating bodies. I don't really know how to.
What?
Yeah, I know.
And on top of Admiral, I'll be just like puffing on a pipe. It's like, I've seen this before. You must have some big enemies out there. I bet you do in this village.
She looks around at the very peaceful village.
Yeah. 100%.
What are
Literally
you
just said.
Julian?
She doesn't. Yeah.
So what are you saying?
Your boy's an abomination.
Well,
He-
what we're saying is the mangrove, the pond is very dangerous. We do not want to go back there to try to retrieve a body because it is not good. It's very dangerous.
It is.
And it's
Not
so
so.
big!
Yes, the pond is very big. The lily pads are very big, very dangerous. Very dangerous.
The guy, give me a presence roll.
That's good.
Okay. A 7.
7. With
Oh, hope. Yeah, hope.
hope. Okay.
Yeah.
She takes a moment, but you see her face kind of like soften. She kind of accepts what you're saying. Take a hope as well. Okay, I suppose that makes sense. I just hate that he's out there by himself. But I understand.
This may not be better. It may actually be worse for me to say this, but I don't even think you'd recognize him.
Maybe it's for the better then.
I agree. But if you think of anybody who might want to do harm to this village, you should let us know.
Okay.
Because it almost, I mean, it kind of seems purposeful.
Right. Well, thank you. Thank you all. And she goes around and just like puts her hands over each of your hands. Can't reach up to the top of Admiral, but just kind of puts a hand on the side.
Admiral pulls away. It's very touchy.
And she slowly, almost dragging her feet slightly, starts walking towards some of the houses.
As she walks away, I'm going to continue to play the melody from Rosalind on my mind.
Okay.
Do we know if there's anyone who's like in charge of this village?
Maybe
You asking me?
Mohan.
Well, that is a question to everybody, but I guess we all pretty much had just arrived when all of this happened, right? So like we don't really know
Yeah.
anything.
Yeah, but you guys would know of Mistborn, Norman and Gillian. Like you've lived close enough that you would know of it. It is just very communal based. Everything is like it's very, very small.
Mhm.
And so it's basically the entire economy is based on those orchards.
Trade, yeah.
Yep. And they just work on people coming through and paying for things and leaving.
Given like a kind of greater war politics kind of thing, could I think of any reason why this outpost would be a target for that enemy that I know, well, that I think I know? Other than it just being like, oh, this is a stop for people and this would really just disrupt like the travel in between, like.
In this moment, nothing really springs to mind.
Okay.
There doesn't seem to be any advantage in
Doing this.
yeah.
I start to feel bad about yelling at Rosalind about enemies that she might have.
Noted.
We'll let Gillian deliver the fruits then.
You want me to deliver the fruits?
I mean, we can all just kind of disperse them through the marketplace. It's probably not a
Well,
lot to live on.
Yeah, we can. I don't think I should do that. But give away the fruits, yeah. It's good. That's nice.
Okay, so you guys are gonna spend the next few minutes just kind of divvying out the fruits to everyone. You get really sort of surprised looks and then warm sort of thank yous. They actually start to hand over a little bit of money, what they can, because obviously they were expecting to be gaining some from selling the stuff. But between sort of all the market stalls with everything that you've got, you get 2 handfuls of gold. So someone can mark those down.
Not me. The guy.
I'll do it.
I am the manager. I am the manager. I'm the business manager. I
Okay.
hold the money.
All right.
And then the infighting starts of just who manages the money. Whoa. Yeah, it's fine to guide.
Gillian, that symbol that you traced over earlier, do you still have it?
This one?
Better. You dropped it.
Oh, crap.
Why'd I only take one?
I'm getting fruit.
I'll hand it over. Yeah.
So he'll like look at it for a bit and kind of look between Gillian and Norman. And you said this was both used against either of your hometowns. to implicate the other.
We our side had certainly seen something with this symbol on it, and it did an immense amount of damage. Lost a lot of family and, well, most of the village.
Did there seem to be anyone that gained anything from that sort of discourse?
We had always assumed it was, well, Norman's side.
I had always thought it was the other.
But who told you those things? Was it just how it appeared, or was there someone kind of influencing everything?
Assumptions, really. Our tribes have been at war for a long time. Put one and one together makes two.
It's true.
So Hero will kind of take a moment to commit the symbol to memory as best as he can before folding it back up and giving it to Gillian again. I guess we need to do a bit more research. If there's anything that stands out to y'all as far as something that seems familiar back at home, kind of springing up here, we can look in that direction, maybe?
Do we know, like, what does the emblem look like? Is it, like, comprised of letters? Is it, like, just a picture?
Yeah, I described it
gear.
earlier. It's a gear with vines wrapped in and out of the sort of holes with an ivy leaf in the center.
There's just some gear, vine, ivy leaf vendor just off of the. Is it Johan? This whole time.
He's a man of commerce and industry.
But if you wanted to go to talk to anyone, the largest group of people would likely be at the central drinking hall to Mistborn, which is the fermented mango.
Amazing.
Let's go there.
God, I love tavern names.
It's one of my favorite things about world building.
I start with tavern names, build around them.
Build a new city. What's the tavern called? What pun is going in here? Yeah, so you can head over to the drinking hall, which is this like really wide, like circular structure, which is kind of like bowed out on top, and then has this like wonderful thatched roof across the top of it. You can see through the windows that there are quite a few people in there. It's getting on in the day now. Towards sort of the early evening, the sun is like starting to think about setting. You're getting those slight orange tones in the sky, and as you open up through the door, like the noise like hits you of everyone talking and drinking and celebrating and things, and then someone like pipes up and goes, "There they are! They're the ones that brought the fruit!" And everyone's like, "Roar!"
Oh.
Not where I saw that going.
Oh, they're happy.
Let's get him, boys!
Half of us are like already about to just run.
When we go in, I'm gonna use my bardic charisma and just be like, "That's right, we brought the fruit, so drink up and enjoy and celebrate." Where's the stage? Because I'm gonna sing a song. when I do, I'm gonna put my hat.
You can take that off.
Oh shit! I forgot I'm a mushroom. I'm gonna take my boot off. Shit. Well,
Oh my god.
Don't take your boot off. You must be wary of musty holes.
I love that made its way back around. Yeah, okay. Well, I'm gonna sit up on wherever they tell me to sit.
Yep. There is like a very short stage, only about like a foot off the ground, that you can sort of stand on to play.
And I will make it obvious that I'm taking tips. Is what I'm trying to say.
Got it. Go ahead and give me a presence as you tune your guitar and get ready to play.
Bing, 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 bing.
It's a 7 fear.
7 with fear. Doo-doo.
Oh no.
Doo-doo. Tuning up. Sounds good. You bring down to strum, and instantly all 6 strings.
Oh.
All right. I didn't want to play guitar today anyway, and she'll start tapping her foot and clapping her hands and start singing along with something else anyway, and just kind of
Get a
keep
pair
going.
of spoons out.
Oh yeah! Somebody get the jug. We don't have to take a grin every time we sing.
Got it. Yeah, so you can continue to entertain people, but you're probably not going to gather that many tips. Although there are several people who kind of gather together and buy you all drinks, which are like different kinds of fermented fruits. And so you have like a mango cider, and there's like an orange cider, and those sort of types of
limoncello.
Like, yeah, sure.
Thank you.
It's canon because I said it like this.
I like limoncellos.
Yeah. So behind the bar, you see there is this furred individual that has like a very flat nose with wide nostrils and this sort of white bushy mustache that just kind of hangs off of his face. This long tail behind him. This is a Samia. So a monkey person. And you see him going around taking like orders and things and pulling and preparing drinks and sort of handing to the second hand and then handing to his foot, which hands out to like different people, and just kind of spreading out across the bar using that, sitting back on his tail when he needs to. And then he starts to like gather drinks onto a tray and scoops up the tray on his tail. And then he starts reaching up, and as you take a look, there are rings hanging from the ceiling all the way through. And so even through the crowds, he like hops up and like swings through and then drops off the tray and then swings back to the bar down and then carries on again.
That's awesome.
Cool.
Hey Gil, who do you think could jump higher?
Me.
You're not in this. I mean me or him.
Oh. You.
Nice.
You should challenge. You should ask him.
Oh, no. I wouldn't. I couldn't.
Why would you ask me that then?
I don't know. Just get your opinion. I'm trying to break
Have a
down
few more of
policy.
those. Have a few more of those, and we'll see. You should ask him.
Maybe. I'll take a drink.
All right.
You're the big hops guy.
As everyone starts to take in their drinks that were purchased for them, that's where we're going to end tonight.
Oh man.
Just so that we
much
don't jump into
fun.
anything big again.
That makes sense.
This was so silly.
Oh, I
Always.
love this.
Yeah, because the last one was so serious.
Hey, someone had to have really bad news about their husband tonight. This was very
is true.
serious.
It was very
That's true.
sad.
Yeah, don't
For
forget.
both sides.
Well, thank you guys. We will be back tomorrow for the Fables of Galia. A lot of big shit happening in there. High political stakes going on. So make sure you come back for that. We're gonna raid someone though, so make sure that you are. Oh, we're raiding my friend Jason Charles Miller.
Oh.
So make sure you stay in the chat in order to get your bonus 250 channel points for joining the raid, which you can then come back tomorrow and spend on the cast, who may very well need those flex points given to them. So thank you so much. Thank you for putting up with us as we sort of fumble our way through this game. It's been super fun. We hope you've enjoyed it, and we will see you tomorrow.